Hi everyone, this is Mindy Eggen and welcome to my channel. I typically will throw in a rainbow Christmas card, so I thought using this Snowflakes embossing folder would be a good time to do that. I will have all of the supplies used in today's video linked down below in the video description and over on my blog. So two of the main products that I'm going to be using today is the Snowflakes 3D embossing folder. And then for a greeting, I am going to be using the Great Greetings Holiday from Honeybee Stamps. These are just die cuts, so there's no stamping involved in today's card. I have a piece of Hammermill cardstock that is cut to 4¼ by 5½. And to start my rainbow, I'm actually going to be using a pink, so we'll call this a modified rainbow. I'm starting in that corner and just blending on some color, starting on the outer edge and working towards the center. I get a little bit lighter handed as I get towards the center because that's where my sentiment is going to be. Then I came in with a light yellow. I blended into the pink so I could create my orange. And then I have a teal color that's going to overlap my yellow and give me my green. And then I am going to bring in a purple. I could have blended that teal color a little bit over towards the pink, but I really wanted to make sure purple made its way into my rainbow. And also note that I have my edges are a little bit darker and the center is a little lighter when it comes to the color. Now I can take my paper and I'm going to place it into the Snowflakes embossing folder. I'm going to place it on top of the part of the folder that's raised. So my snowflakes are going to push up and be embossed into my rainbow. I'll run that through my die cut machine with the correct sandwich. So when I pull it out, now all of my snowflakes are embossed and this looks gorgeous, but I am going to step it up by taking a darker shade of each color. So here I have a darker shade of teal, another darker shade of purple, and just kind of keep working those edges. I'm not going to go in too far. It is going to hit some of the embossed areas of the snowflake, which is wonderful. I think that is a great look, but I do just step each color up a little bit with a darker shade. Then once I have all of this kind of blended on, I am going to step up those snowflakes a little bit by bringing in a white pigment ink, and I'm going to drag this over the top of my snowflakes. Now I think my Honeybee white pigment ink needs to be re-inked, but it still gives a really nice subtle effect. If I had a ink pad that was a little bit more juicier, I think there would have been a little bit more white of a transfer, but either way is going to look amazing. I'm going to add a little bit of a subtle sparkle to the background, starting with first this Glimmer Mist from Gina K Designs. This is in silver. I mixed just a little bit with water and I'm going to splatter it on the background. I really wanted something shimmery back there, but I'm also going to come in with white splatters. I think that's just going to help make the colors stand out even more. This happens to be a white acrylic spray from Hero Arts that I mixed with just a small amount of water. If you mix too much water with it, it's not going to be as prominent on your background. I absolutely love how this came out. I think this is gorgeous. And if you stop at any one of these colors, it doesn't have to be a rainbow. Maybe you want to go with the cool tones of the card or the warm tones of the card. I think that would be beautiful as well. As I mentioned earlier, I'm going to use these greetings from the Great Greetings Holiday. I'm using Season's Greetings that I'm just going to cut out of some heavy white cardstock. I die cut 2 of them and I'm going to layer them together with liquid glue. This is going to offer a little bit of stability and also build the dimension. These greetings also have a shadow layer. I decided not to use the shadow layer. Usually it's something I like to do if I want to kind of diffuse the background a little bit, but I decided not to go with that today. I'm just going to go with these straight die cut words. And instead of putting these straight on the front of my card, I'm going to be having them kind of slanted a little bit. So again, I'm using some liquid glue to get behind those letters and add it to the front. Now this is a very textured background. So once I get the first word on there, I'm going to bring in something heavy like an acrylic block or maybe a couple acrylic blocks and put that over the top. Then I could add my glue to the other greeting. And again, once I have that ready, I'll remove the block, add the underneath, centering it as best as I can, and then adding something heavy and letting that sit for a few minutes. To attach this panel to a side folding card base, I am using my Honeybee Stamps Precision Glue. I'm going to add this all around the very outer edge of that back of the panel, and then also to the center, and I'm gluing this right on top of my card base. So this whole thing is 4¼ by 5½. And now again, because it's very textured, I have like 3 or 4 Misties. And so I placed 3 Misties on top and let that sit. So you could grab some books. Maybe you have some books laying around you just want to add on top and use that for pressure. And then I'll just finish this off by adding the apostrophe for the word seasons and my tittle for the I in the word greetings. And that is my finished card for today. I hope you enjoyed today's card project and just throwing in a little bit something different instead of our typical red and greens or blues and purples for snowflake backgrounds or for winter cards. I think it's a great surprise to give the recipient in this rainbow color. Now, this is also a card panel I was playing around with using a red cardstock and a dark red ink just to show you the difference between a rainbow card and having something like a traditional red color scheme. I think both of them are very gorgeous, but they definitely give 2 different vibes. I will have all of the supplies used in today's video linked down below in the video description and over on my blog. Thank you all so much for joining me, and I will see you again real soon.